That him?
Yep, might just be some crackpot, but I figured I should call you anyway. As for the agent in charge of the God's Hand, he said he had some important info on it. Said he'd only talk to you.
You the agent in charge of the God's Hand case?
That's right.
It's a picture of you and your mother, huh?
What can I do for you, Mr.?
Meeks. Name's Fenton Meeks. I know who the God's Hand killer is.
All right, I'll back.
You hadn't even heard me out yet, and already you doubt me.
Nobody just walks into the office and tells you who the killer is. It just doesn't happen that way.
Sometimes truth defies reason, Agent Dole.
So who is it then?
My brother. I got a call from him. Hello?
Demons are taking over the world. I can't destroy them all. They're everywhere. Whatever happens, you have to take me to the Rose Garden. You promised.
And why'd you go to Thurman?
To bury Adam in the Rose Garden. I promised him I would, a long time ago. Adam is the God's Hand killer, Agent Dole. He's the one you're looking for.
Oh, there's more?
A lot more.
Yeah, and I talked to Sheriff there, please. This Agent Wesley Dole of the FBI.
He's not in right now. May I help you? Fenton Meeks.
He caused a bit of a ruckus here earlier. He stole an ambulance and his brother's body, too.
So am I under arrest now?
You damn sure should be. Why would you go to all that trouble and just walk in here and confess it to me?
Because I can't live with what I know anymore. That is your mother, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
What makes you think that your brother's a God's Hand killer?
It started back in Thurman. It was near the summer of 1979.
And if the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on a tattoo stay.
We lived right behind the Thurman Public Rose Garden, in the house where they used to keep the gardeners back in the 50s.
Oh, that's a perfect living area. Maybe not perfect, because it's a public park, so you'll probably get a lot of people wandering around that area. Some might wander a bit too far, come upon your house, and that's probably not ideal, but it's a pretty nice spot, man. Except for the park and wandering strangers that you might get every once in a while. But it's very well hidden. Like, if you're a psycho, a killer, you could do a lot of damage from there, but you also, I don't know, because you are next to a park, you're behind a public park, so it's easy targets. People come to you, but it's also risky because there's a lot of people around, you know. You'll have to time it when there's like one person in the park, you know. But victims come to you. You don't need to go out looking. But there's also a lot of people around, so there's that balance, you know. It's a public area, so people come to you, but it's also public, so you never know who might be watching. So, but it's a very well hidden house, man.
Adam was 3 years younger than me. Our mom had died giving birth to him, so I basically took care of him ever since I can remember. He usually got home around 5:30, and we'd all have dinner together.
Don't worry, Fenton. I know you're too big for a good night kiss. Love you guys.
Love you too, Dad.
Not Dad.
That was our family. Just the three of us. We were happy together. Until
Fenton, wake up.
Dad?
he said he'd had a vision that night. A vision from God. An angel came to him and told him the truth of this world and revealed God's special purpose for our family.
The end of the world is coming. The angel showed me. There are demons among us. The devil has released them for the final battle. It's being fought right now. Nobody knows it except us and others like us. We've been chosen by God. He's given us special jobs to do. We don't fear these demons. We destroy them. That's God's purpose for us. It's God's hands.
So we're like superheroes?
But Dad, that doesn't make any sense.
But it's the truth.
What are our superpowers?
We can see the demons while other people can't. God would be sending us 3 weapons to destroy them with.
When do we get them?
I don't know. The angel just said soon. We're not supposed to tell anybody about any of this. We put them and ourselves in danger.
I didn't realize it at that moment, at least not consciously, but my happy and mostly secure world had just been flipped over, and there were dark things under there, and my little boy's mind just couldn't take it.
Hey, come on, lazy bones. It's late. We overslept.
What's wrong with you?
None of us mentioned it. It was only a dream, a nightmare. Nothing that crazy could be real.
Well, have a good day at school, boys. And remember not to tell anyone what I told you last night.
We won't, Dad. Bye.
Wasn't a dream.
I refused to believe it. That whole next week was just a dream, too. Like when Dad started bringing home the magical weapons.
I still can't understand what these gloves are for, though.
Just a long, long dream.
Why don't y'all write this down at the top of your pages in big letters?
Boys, look at this.
You bring the basket.
The angel came again last night and told me that God will be sending us a list of the first 7 demons soon.
What's going on with this dad? He's mentally ill, yeah? Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with him. Obviously. But is he saying things? I'm trying to like understand what's actually going on with him. I know he's not in the right mind. But is he saying things? Is he imagining things? Or is he saying things? Or I don't know. Because these are... I don't know. That whole thing with the... I don't know, what do you call it? The statue thing that was shining. That's crazy. Especially at night. But he could be saying things. I think he's just imagining things, saying things. It's just not okay in the head, man. He's just a sick man. Probably schizo or some other whatever illness. He's saying things, imagining things, and he can't differentiate between reality and fiction, which is crazy because he doesn't seem like that sort of person, man. It's so out of nowhere, him acting like this, you know. He completely caught this kid off guard. This kid will never be the same. Traumatized.
Come over here, man, Fenton.
I'm washing dishes.
I can wait.
But this is potentially a very dangerous situation for these kids, man. Especially when the dad or the mom, the single parent in that situation is unhinged. Or there's something wrong with them. And the other parent isn't around to check them. Or to balance it out. Or to correct them. To check them, you know. Because if this guy is not doing well, if this guy has some fucked up ideas and it's just him and his 2 sons in this house, there's no woman here to check them or whatever. I'm not saying that if there was a woman here, things would be better. She'd probably be of the same breed as this guy. But there's always a chance that the other person will be sane at least. You know? But this guy is free to do whatever the fuck he wants in this house. There's no one to check him. He's the oldest person in the house. He's the provider. He pays the bills. He's the strongest. These kids have no fucking choice. Like, they have to follow his lead. You know, if he's going nuts, they're going nuts, I guess. There's no one else to balance it out. To balance out the crazy, whatever this guy is going through.
God has willed this, and we must obey God.
Maybe you're not right in the head.
It happened, Fenton. It's true. I got the first list.
The angel came to him while he was at work.
These are people's names.
That's right. And they'll look like people, too. The angel said, when I lay my hands on them, I'll reveal them for what they truly are. I get them and bring them back here with the gloves on. And once they're back here, I take the gloves off and reveal them.
The dream had finally ended. It was all real.
Dad, look, I got a list too.
A death
Where'd
list.
you get this,
A kill
Adam?
list.
God gave it to me.
A kill list.
Isn't Travis Shed that boy was picking on you at school last week?
He's a demon.
You can't just make stuff like that up. We destroy demons. If we were to use your list, we wouldn't be destroying demons. We'd be killing people. And we can never do that. Killing people is bad. You understand?
This is very dangerous for a kid. You know? Because you're instilling something permanent in him. It's one thing to do these things when you know you're doing the wrong thing, but when you feel like you're doing the right thing, it's different. It's different. When you feel like you have divine permission to do what you're doing, that's different, man.
Don't worry. God will send you your own list when you're older.
Oh my God.
The only thing left to do was to tell. But that was easier said than done. Dad had promised to take us to the movies that night, but he didn't come home from work.
Think he's destroying a demon?
It's all make believe, Adam.
No, it's not. It's true.
Listen to me. None of that demon junk is real. Daddy, he just made it up. Those names on Dad's list are real people. Do you understand?
But why would he make it up?
I don't know, but I think we should leave. Only for a little while.
I don't want to leave Dad.
Dad's gonna kill somebody.
It has begun.
Son, come over here. Come on, I need your help.
It'll all be women. Watch. Maybe a few children, maybe.
Come on out here, Adam.
Hey, Dad. Who is that?
That's a demon, son.
That could be a meme. It's a demon, son.
Don't be afraid.
They probably know her.
God came to him earlier that day and told him that the time had come. After work, he drove down to Jacksonville. He said he'd never been there before, but he had no problem finding it. God was leading him.
Cynthia Harbridge?
Dad, don't. Please don't.
If I could spare you this, I would.
Dude, imagine putting your kids through this, man.
But we are God's servants, and His will must be served.
Dude, they've been killing for many years then, huh? Maybe not many years, but that was the first one. I don't know how many he kills after her. I don't know how many the brother ends up killing. But they're full-grown adults now and they've never been caught. It's like, can you imagine how many people they've killed, especially the brother, man? Because he's supposed to be 3 years younger than this version of Matthew that we are seeing right now.
Where's your father now?
Dad, you see, to him, he hadn't killed a woman, he had destroyed a demon. He believed that when he laid his hands on her, it revealed her sins.
Dad, don't, please!
Now going back, Taman Rose Garden. That's where the brother wants to be buried, yeah? In this garden. They probably used it as their burial field. So that he can be here with the people they killed.
No, Adam. Do it like this. Gotta be done a certain way. The angel was real specific.
The lack of emotion from these two. The other kid is sobbing. These two are just like, job done. Job done, you know. One demon down. I don't know how many to go. Especially the youngest demon. This is like, the way he's taking this whole thing, it's like, he hasn't registered a single, like, empathetic emotion. No remorse, nothing. This is like just a mission. Okay, so demon dead, yeah? Okay, it's like a video game to him. It's not registering the way it's registering to his older brother.
Don't cry for her, Fenton. She wasn't human. Didn't you see that when I touched her?
I saw it, Dad.
You killed her.
I destroyed her. She was a demon. I mean, she looked like a woman to me, too. But after I touched her, all I could see was the evil. And I had to do it.
You're gonna do it again?
This is our job now, son.
Killing.
You've got to accept that.
I won't let you.
You got to work
I'll
here.
tell.
Someone will die. The angel was clear on that.
So you didn't tell?
No, I should have, but I was afraid. So now you understand why I know my brother's a God's hand killer? I got a pretty good idea who the rest of them bodies are.
The Rose Garden. Here. Or I'll put them on for you.
I got it.
I just can't imagine how you keep something like that inside for so long.
I guess I avoided it. You know, you never did tell me why it is you keep just that one picture of your mother in your office.
My mother was murdered a couple of days after that picture was taken. Butchered by some whacked-out killer like your dad.
Did they ever catch him?
No. No, you're pretty good at this. You ever think about becoming a cop? Well, you got the instincts for it. You are hiding something from me.
You're not a puppet with strings tied to you.
No.
So God doesn't make you do anything. He wants you to decide for yourself.
Dad didn't mention it anymore. Neither did Adam.
Come on. Nah, I'm gonna go around on the road.
I'm loving this so far. Another weapon added to the fucking collection. This van will probably end up being the most useful weapon that they have so far. Now they can actually go further to find victims instead of like looking around close by. Now they can actually get away with it even more because they are mobile now. Can dump bodies further. They can pick victims up from further. Oh man, this guy is just slowly becoming a serial killer, man. Right before our eyes, right before his kids' eyes, and creating serial killers in the process. It's crazy. We went from the gloves, the axe, the pipe. Over time now, a month has gone by since their first kill. Now we are seeing a van introduced to the mix. Like this guy he's going in now, man. Like proper. He's added a fucking van.
Whose van is it up there?
Ours. Ain't she a beaut? Friend's mom just called. I told her not tonight. We got some work to do in the morning.
That list again, man.
According to Dad, nothing, not even a camera, could catch us. We were invisible when we were God's hands.
I can't do this, Dad.
Can't, never could do anything.
I can do it, Dad.
You sure can, Tiger.
It's broad daylight.
I told you. God will blind them for us.
At this point, I'd run away and leave my brother, man. Like, that would be tough, though. That would be tough, though. But I feel like at this point, the brother seems to be buying into this shit, man. What I would do is I'd run. I'd tell my brother, yo, I'm leaving. If you want to come, come. If you don't want to come, stay. But I'm leaving.
Dad, I can't.
Yes, you can. Now move. Do what I tell you.
Trixie, come on.
What you doing, boy?
My dog, she's under your car.
Help me grab
This is torture.
Come on. Edward March.
This fucking psycho. Like Chris Pratt trying to control fucking dinosaurs. I wonder if they'll reveal the common denominator with everyone on that list. I feel like these are people that have wronged him in the past somehow. Even in tiny ways. I feel like there has to be. That's his list, man. That's his list. It's not random. I want to know what these people did to him. If it's random, then we are dealing with something else here, man. Tell me it's not a random list. Tell me there's a method to this madness.
You didn't think anyone knew about that, did you?
Dad, don't, please!
Why? Can't believe you still didn't see it. He was a murderer of little children, Fenton.
He's the murderer. Gotta get out of here, Adam.
I don't want to run away.
I'm having fun.
Dad kills people.
No, he doesn't. He's a demon slayer. I see it when he touches them.
Dad's brainwashed you. It's all a big lie.
We're just serving God's will. I'm killing Dad on you. Adam!
Would he go as far as killing his eldest son? Killing this kid? Phantom. That would be too far. Surely that would be too far.
Get up and get dressed. And don't wake your brother. Your brother told me what you said last night. I want you to know I've never killed anything in my whole life.
That's a lie, and you know it.
I asked the angel to visit you, but instead he visited me. Together, you and I are going to prove him wrong. You just don't have any faith.
The angel probably told him that Fenton is a demon too, man.
I want you to dig a hole right here. 10 feet deep and 15 feet wide on both sides.
What?
You heard me.
Are we digging a mass grave here, man? Will that be our new dumping spot? Is that where we'll be dumping bodies? That's a huge fucking hole. That's a lot of bodies to be buried in that fucking hole. That's a lot of space for a lot of bodies.
I'm your father and you'll do what I tell you. You understand?
I hated God. I despised him. My hatred helped me dig, kept me going. I knew what Dad was doing was wrong, and nothing was going to change that.
Sorry I told on you.
Will you go with me then?
There's no reason to go.
He's a killer.
No, he's not. Have you been praying?
Nope, and I'm not going to. He might be able to make me dig this stupid hole, but he can't make me pray.
I wanted to run away, far away, but I still couldn't leave Adam, no matter how crazy Dad was turning him.
Finally gave up, huh, kiddo?
And give up. Be out there again in the morning.
Hey, I'm not doing this to hurt you. Wish you could understand that. Didn't you wear gloves today?
I didn't need them. Fine.
Fenton, I know you're mad at me, but that's no reason to cause yourself pain. You take those. I want you to know I'm proud of you. And I know God's proud of you, too.
I kept digging.
You're digging a mass grave.
My hands
bro.
bled, but I wouldn't stop. And by the 6th day, that hole was as dark and deep as my hatred for Dad's God.
Bet you didn't pray once the whole time, did you?
Nope.
We started the cellar after that. At least that's what Dad called it, but I knew better. We were building a dungeon down there.
Dude, it's crazy. The stuff he's doing. All in the name of God, man. Like, this is all being built and developed with apparently good intentions. It's God's work, you know. It's crazy how crazy people misinterpret stuff and just fuck people's lives up. I wonder if this is a true story.
Dad said it would hold. Said God would see to it.
Come on, keep it going. Go, push it.
This is so dark and disturbing, dude.
Keep it moving. You boys did good. Especially you, Fenton.
No, I just did as I was told.
The next night, he brought home another demon.
It has to be done. It's God's will. Come on, do it like I showed you, the neck first. Fenton! Fenton, get back here!
I half expected angels or even God himself to come out of the night and stop me.
Hello? 34 to any and all units in the vicinity of Garden.
Hello?
Take it easy, boy. Don't break my door down.
What are you doing?
Calling you Dad?
You can't.
Yes, I can. You ought to be ashamed making up stories like that.
I can show you.
You'll probably kill the sheriff.
He's around back.
See what your dad's got to say about all this.
God, man.
Sorry to wake you, but your boy here seems to have a problem.
Yep, it's quite a tale, all right.
It's the truth and you know it.
Told everyone down at your office, too.
Now, you can set your mind at ease about that. I was the only one there.
You're dead.
Why would he make up such a crazy story?
Probably did it to get back at me for punishing him earlier.
He's lying. Just check the shed.
I don't know what to do with him.
Or the rose garden. I can show you where they're buried.
Okay.
Maybe we ought to check the shed just to quiet him down.
What do you think, kiddo? Does it have to be done? Go on down, check it out. Just watch your step. I'm not much of a carpenter.
The dad told Fenton earlier that if he tells anyone about what they've been doing, someone will die. In this situation, that person will be the sheriff. And he's going to put that on Fenton, man. He's going to put that on Fenton. Like I told you, if you tell anyone about the shit we've been doing, someone will die. Now the sheriff is dead and it's on you. You'll do that to him.
I don't see a thing. You realize how much trouble you could get into over a thing like this?
I can show you where the bodies are buried. You've got to believe me.
May God welcome you and keep you.
I never killed a man before tonight.
I've seen you kill plenty.
Those were demons. That man is dead because of you. Dead because you have no faith. You made me commit murder.
I didn't make you do anything. You're crazy.
God!
Dad, no!
What's going on with this guy? I'm torn between he wants to kill people. That's what he loves to do in life. But he wants to do it in a way that his kids won't give him trouble. He wants to do it at home, comfortably. He doesn't want to have to hide from his kids. To hide it from his kids. But that would be too much for us. He has to be completely bought in to this angel God thing. It's a mission to him. He has to believe that fully, 100%. Otherwise, he wouldn't be putting his kids through it. You know, most people who are like this, they know they're fucked up. They don't want people to catch them in the act unless they're tired and want to get caught. This guy is training his kids. He's gone. He's just mentally gone.
Come into the shed. Come in and shut the door. Are you afraid? Of what?
You?
Only demons should fear me. You're not a demon, are you? The angel said you were. You're my son. And I love you more than my own life. I'm afraid of you.
Because you're the one demon I can't kill. I feel like he's going to lock him in.
Come on. I had to kill a man tonight. I can't let that happen again. I can't trust you. I wish I could. Now you get on down there, or I'll put you down there myself.
This is some Joseph Fritzl shit right here.
Pray to God, Fenton.
Dad, no!
Pray for a vision.
Please, no!
Only he can help you now.
It's me!
Bro, you're nailing it shut. Wow. Kill Bill style, man. He nailed it shut, bro.
Fenton?
Fuck you, man.
You gotta get me out of here.
I can't. Dad won't let me feed you. I brought you some water, though. Says you can have a cup a day.
He's gonna kill me. You've gotta get me out of here.
I can't. You want some more? Or you want me to save it for later?
Oh, a cup a day. You finish this cup, you're not getting another one today. Just torturing your kid.
Dad says you'll probably be out there by the end of the week. You just
What?
have to accept God's will.
A week?
I'll pray for you.
What about your dad? Didn't he ever come back to at least check on you?
On the 7th day.
Very biblical, 7th day.
Has God spoken to you yet?
There is no God.
I finally went beyond fear into total insanity. I saw God. He had finally sent me a vision. It was then that I understood my destiny just like Dad said I would.
Finn's not answering.
Come on, kiddo. Give me that water. Easy. Easy. Here you go, kiddo. Here you go, buddy.
I saw God.
So did God tell you about the demons?
Sorry I ever doubted you, Dad.
What did God look like?
Kinda hard to describe.
Was he big?
Adam.
It's not fair. All I've seen are demons, and he gets to see God.
That's right. Look at the price he paid.
So, we gonna go get us a demon now?
After a while. And Fenton's ready.
A week later, I was ready. My first demon was to be Brad White from Dallas.
You sure you're ready for this?
Yes, sir.
I bought these for you. You'll need them now that God has spoken to you.
I wanna go too, Dad.
Not this time, Adam. Don't worry. Your time will come.
Also, Adam is feeling really left out. Left out of the mission. He doesn't really get to do anything fun. These guys get all the fun. So, you know, Adam is raring to go, man. He is raring to go, man. When the gloves come off, so to speak, no pun intended for Adam, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Who is it?
Mind your business, you fucking bitch! Shit! Grab his legs. Brad White. You know Fenton? I've been waiting for this moment ever since all this started.
I'm ready to fulfill my destiny.
I'm proud of you, son. Destroy him.
Dad!
Good job. You're the real Demon Slayer. Good job. Oh. He said kill your brother is a demon. His first kill, huh?
So, nobody ever knew about any of this?
No, not until now. Listen, you mind if we just sit here a while? I don't much feel like talking anymore.
Tell me more about that promise you made to your brother.
If you ever destroy me, promise me you'll bury me here.
I promise to God I'll bury you here.
That felt like a threat, man.
I don't get it. He promised you that he'd bury you here if he killed you.
No, not killed. Destroyed. If the man standing in front of you is Adam Meeks.
So you killed all those people?
No, I told you before, I've never killed anyone in my life. Fenton was a killer. You'll understand soon. Just let me show you where I buried Fenton. This is the spot.
Wow.
There's too many graves here.
Fenton didn't bury his victims here. He kept them as trophies in his basement. This is where I put demons.
Wait, what? I'm confused. So Fenton has been killing this whole time. This whole time we thought Fenton was the one telling us the story. But it's not. It's actually Mix. Matthew McConaughey's character is actually Adam, the younger one. We know from the story so far, from everything we've seen, that Fenton could not. This whole thing did not sit well with Fenton. It bothered him. The younger brother seemed to be fine with it. It makes sense, the younger brother being the Matthew that we're seeing now. It makes sense that this is Adam. Fenton was the one that was having trouble with all the killing and the demon slaying and stuff. So the guy we saw kill himself, that was Fenton. He's the one that wanted to be buried here. So I'm guessing because this stuff always affected him, even when they were kids, it always seemed to affect him more than his brother. It makes sense that he's the one who would kill himself. Wow. So he never got over this shit, man. Even after their dad died and they buried the bodies. I'm guessing they both continued, because right now Mix is implying that Fenton was the God Hand killer, was the one killing all these people, the God Hand killer and stuff. But now that he's dead, I guess they both killed, but to Fenton he was just killing people, but to Mix he was destroying demons. But when Fenton called earlier in the movie to tell Mix before he killed himself, he was complaining about demons being all over the place, you know. So as an adult he was still maybe as an adult he just grew up and the shit affected him. It never left him. He became crazy like his dad, maybe. He tried to fight it, but he eventually went down that path. Maybe. Or maybe just the guilt. He couldn't handle the guilt. I think he continued killing though. So what he learned and saw from his dad, he continued to do until he couldn't do it anymore. So what is Mix about to show us? So the ones they've been finding, the bodies they've been finding, those are Fenton's kills. You know, those are Fenton's kills. I guess Fenton he continued to do that whole demon slaying thing. But he was never into it. How did he carry it on? How did he continue to do that as an adult? Because as a kid, he was super against it. He knew what they were doing. So why did he continue as an adult? Maybe just the mental illness carried over to him, the trauma of everything he'd seen. Or maybe it's when he got locked in that cellar for 7 days. Nah, they came on the 7th day, he said there's no God, and they locked him in for a while longer. So maybe that's when he broke. That's when they opened him, he was like, I saw God. You know? So maybe something actually broke in him. You know? Yeah, he kills, but he doesn't do it in like, oh, for God or whatever now. He knows it's fucked up. He knows it's fucked up, hence why he killed himself. The younger brother, though, still believes in the demon slaying.
Thought your brother was a demon.
He was. Dad knew it too, he just couldn't accept it. You see, God asked Dad to destroy his son, much like he asked Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. But Dad couldn't do it, and God didn't take pity on Dad like he did Abraham, so he handed down the duty to me. Fenton knew I'd come sooner or later, that's why he left those notes to lure me in. I guess he figured that when the killings made the news, I'd come for him. But I had to wait till God put him on my list. To come before that would have been murder.
Adam?
Jesus Christ, you really do believe all this stuff?
I've always believed.
I see it when he touches them.
You are a murdering son of a bitch. And I got you.
Maybe. But that's not gonna bring your mother back, is it? And her killer got away, didn't he?
Son of a...
Nah, he's saying things. He's been saying things ever since he was a kid. He believes what he wants to believe about someone. He'll convince himself about someone and believe it completely. He's convinced himself that this guy killed his mom. That's what he's saying.
How did you know?
You were on my list.
Or did he actually do it? Which would make it really fucked up that he has a photo of her on his desk. Maybe, I don't know. I think he did. I think this movie is trying to imply that these guys can actually see shit like that, you know? Like the dad actually had a gift. It's trying to blur those lines now, but the movie is probably about to end, yeah. It's trying to make it like they actually have powers.
Think anybody knew about that, did you? God knew. That's why he sent me. Oh.
Wow.
I'm an FBI agent.
They'll keep looking for Fenton. You're gonna be his last victim.
Either one of you can remember what he looks like. Look, I told you it's just a blur. Can't understand that I looked right at him. I shook his hand. There he is. What is this?
Can't explain it. All the tapes look like this.
Fenton Meeks.
Fenton Meeks, this is the FBI. We're coming in.
Clear! Clear! Anything? All right, let's adjust it.
Oh my God.
We found this in the basement.
Excuse me.
Oh, didn't hear you come in. How can I help you?
I'm with the FBI. I need to speak to the sheriff. Is he in?
Sure thing. Sheriff?
Oh my fucking God, he's the sheriff.
Sheriff?
Yeah.
I need to ask you some questions about your brother.
Fenton?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you come on around back?
If you can think of anything, where he might have gone, if he contacts you, of course. All right.
You're a good man, Agent Hall.
That's how he checks, man. If he greets you and you don't pass the test, bro, you've made the list. Lucky fucking guy.
Everything okay, Adam?
God's will has been served.
Praise God.
This poor town, man. This poor town. Bill Paxton, man. Fantastic performance by that guy. You know, yes, the way they made him look. I don't think I've seen him in. I've probably seen him in other things I didn't notice. I've never picked up on his name or anything, but he looked crazy. In some sense, he looked decent. In some sense, he looked like a crazy person. I think he did a very good job. I love the twist at the end. You know, I love the twist at the end. That's a very nice twist at the end. That Adam is now sheriff of Thurman. You know, that test that he does, he touches people like his dad. He thinks he has the gift. You know, I wonder when the sheriff, not the sheriff, the FBI agent Wesley, Agent Doyle, I wonder when he made the list. Like that's the blurry part, or the blurry area with this story. It seems like they actually have the gift. You know, that shit that his dad was doing, touching these people, you know, to Adam at the time, he was seeing the stuff. You know, the movie is trying to imply that he actually has that gift. His dad would touch these people and he'd be able to picture what they'd done for some reason. I think he's still wrong. I don't think it's a legit thing. But he seems to be correct with the Agent Doyle at the end there. He actually killed his mom. Him having his mom's photo on his desk is fucked up. That's a real demon that needed to be destroyed. So maybe they actually do have a gift. Maybe they do have a gift. So after Fenton killed the dad, they buried the body. I'm guessing that part was all true. Fenton tells him, if you ever destroy me, I know you've been drinking the Kool-Aid of this destroying shit completely. So I know you won't forgive me for killing Dad over here. So if you ever come after me, promise me that you'll bury me in Rose Garden. I don't know why Fenton would want that, considering how many people they buried in Rose Garden. I wouldn't want to be buried there with the bodies of victims who might be pissed off at me in the afterlife. Don't bury me there. Nah, no thanks. I would understand Adam wanting to be buried there. And did you see all those graves, bro? That's where he buries demons. And those were fresh graves because they still had the hump. They were fresh. So he's been killing a lot of people. And none of those are the God hand killings. The God's hand killings were done by Fenton, who for some reason, I guess, continued killing. I don't know why he continued killing. You know? Maybe he did it because he was trying to bait his brother, who was now a sheriff, into coming after him. Hence the notes, the God hand notes, so that he could take him out, because he knew Adam would eventually come after him. So, but why continue killing? I guess he just broke. Those probably 2 weeks in the cellar, in that darkness, minimal food, minimal water, they probably damaged him. Because he came out of that saying that he'd seen God. I thought he was just faking it for his dad, and he was up until he he asked his own dad. So I thought he was just playing his dad, but it looks like he continued killing even after his dad was dead. You know, I guess he just couldn't shake it. We saw him at the end there when he was working on his desk. He was drinking. He had a Bible there on the desk, and then that map, that chart, that board thing where he had all the fucking notes and stuff, the maps and different whatever. You all saw his desk. What am I explaining? I don't understand why he continued killing. My guess is something broke. He tried to fight it as a child, but the trauma and being exposed to all that as a child, it eventually broke him. And then he started, I guess, I'm torn between, is he now a killer or was he killing to draw his brother out with the notes and the police reports? But that's a crazy thing to do just to get your brother's attention, man. I can't believe he became a sheriff. And now he has a wife that's pregnant that believes in all this crazy shit like him. And they're about to have a kid who's going to be, trust me, trained from day one. You know, he won't make, this kid has no chance. Because with Adam and Fenton, their dad, he received this gift later. This kid is being born while Adam has the gift, man. While Adam has the gift. So that whole thing that we saw earlier with his brother calling him, being like, oh, killing himself, that was all fake. That was part of the setup. That was part of the lie. Because in that scene, we think McConaughey is Fenton and we think the guy that dies is Adam, but it's the other way around. Dude, that town, I feel for that town, man. He's a serial killer who's become a sheriff and he's still killing people. Did you see those bodies, bro? Those fresh graves, man. He's been killing people in this town. Or maybe driving far, grabbing them. He's indulging himself now. He's indulging. Because I remember in those drives with him and his dad and Fenton, he was never allowed to participate. You know? He was never allowed to participate. His first kill was when his dad died. And his dad whispered something to him about Fenton is a demon, you have to kill your brother, something like that. I heard something like that, you know. And when Fenton told him, like, if you ever destroy me, promise to bury me in Rose Garden. Adam's response was, I swear I'll bury you here. And he fulfilled that promise or that threat. It didn't come off as a promise, it came off as a threat. I swear I'll bury you here. You know? What a good movie. What a gem. Matthew McConaughey in a villain role. I haven't seen Matthew play a villain many times, but he clearly can do it. Very scary as that sheriff at the end there. He's a really competent, evil sheriff. That's scary. Because in movies many times, people in that position tend to be bumbling idiots. Especially if they're corrupt and evil. There's usually some character that's going to outsmart them. Not in this case. The most dangerous guy is in authority. And he's scary as fuck. Leaders like that are scary. People like that in authority are scary. You know? And they have an evil streak and they're super competent. Oof. Scary, scary, scary. Also, This is he's a sheriff now. The guy he went to report to is an FBI agent. So the FBI was dealing with the God's Hand killer. How did he find out about the sheriff killing his mom, about the FBI guy killing his mom? And he wasn't wrong. That's the thing. That's the supernatural aspect of this. So that in this case, they seem to actually have a gift. Agent Hall survived, man. He shook his hand. He didn't sense any bad vibes. He let him go. Otherwise, I think we'd have updated the list. This is a fantastic movie. This is a fantastic movie. I loved seeing them grow up. Just seeing the craziness begin with their dad from nothing to him waking them up like, yo, I had this dream, to him bringing weapons, that Otis axe. It's been in the family forever, I guess. Just the slow, gradual progression of this craziness. I'm sure there's a lot I missed. I'm sure if I rewatch this movie, I'll notice a lot more things with hindsight, you know. With context, having seen the whole thing. I think the thing that caught me by surprise the most, not the most, I think the thing that shocked me the most here, of course, they revealed that this is Adam we've been talking to, not Fenton. I'm just so surprised that Fenton continued killing. I'm disappointed, not surprised. I'm surprised and disappointed. No, I'm not disappointed. I'm surprised, but I understand. You know, I thought he'd stop. I don't think he would do it just to bait his brother. That's too crazy. I feel like he continued killing because he just couldn't shake it. I guess he developed a taste for it or something. He started believing that stuff about demons and stuff, or maybe he actually broke for real while in the shoe in ISO. Well, in solitary confinement, you know. What a movie, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. I have a lot to think about. Still have a lot to think about in this movie.